It's a cloudy day in San Jose, and it's the perfect day for me to start decluttering my shed. Oh boy, look how gross it looks in the front door there. Oh boy. I just opened up my garden shed, and as you can see, I have just been dumping things in here. It started out really organized when I got it, and now it literally is just filled with miscellaneous junk. And I have a real problem, obviously, with boxes. I somehow managed to hoard boxes and bags and tissue paper from presents. So today my goal is to dump all of the boxes that are literally just boxes like that one there from some speakers we bought for the boat. It's totally just empty, and there is literally no point in keeping it. So I'm going to start throwing away the boxes, even though it feels wasteful. I'm going to throw away probably a bunch of like the bags. I have boxes full of paper bags. Like up on that shelf, I know that upper box is full of folded paper bags, and the other box is full of reusable bags, which I clearly never use them because they've been locked in here pretty much since I moved in here in October 2019. So today's the day I'm going to start tackling some of the easier things to throw away. So I'm here at the dumpster, and you can see they're pretty grungy here at the mobile home. But I've got 2 boxes that I'm going to throw away. And strangely, in the past, before Carnivore, I would have walked over to the dumpster with these boxes, and I would have changed my mind and brought them right back to the shed, thinking, oh, what if I need the box for the Sonos speakers? What if we need to return them to Costco? Or, oh, this is perfectly good cardboard. I shouldn't waste it. It's just going to end up in the landfill, and maybe I can use it for an art project. But guess what? Today, they're going in the dumpster. And this previously would have also felt like a big deal, throwing away the boxes for my Ninja air fryer and my Instant Pot. And I would have thought, oh, what if I stop using my Instant Pot? And what if I stop using my Ninja air fryer and I want to give them away? Then I should save the box so that I can give them away in the box to the people. And then I'm realizing I do use my Instant Pot and I do use my Ninja air fryer, and I'm not giving them away. So why am I holding on to the boxes? So these 2 are going into the dumpster. And I've managed to set foot inside the shed now, after throwing out the big boxes that were even blocking me getting in here. And I found this bag. It's a hospital bag filled with masks. And I've had some struggles with all of these masks since the pandemic. And what do I do with them after I use them? It seems like so wasteful to throw them away and throw them into the landfill. And this is a perfect example of the type of stuff that I just put in a bag or a box, never to be used again. I have this giant tower of these bins that I bought at Costco, and I really have no idea what's in those boxes. And here's another example of my semi-hoarding mentality. I saved all of these Pellegrino bottles, which I actually do use because I pour the rendered fat from my air fryer into these bottles. But really, do I need this whole box just filled with these junky looking bottles? And sometimes I think about the book called The Swedish Art of Death Cleaning, and it makes me think that if I die, I don't have any kids, and who is going to deal with all my stuff? So I think it's really a good idea to go ahead and eliminate stuff as we get older, so that somebody doesn't have to come and deal with getting rid of all of our junk. I don't even drink coffee anymore, so the Cuisinart coffee maker box is going in the dumpster. Here's my box of paper bags, which I've saved and I've never used. And here is my lovely box filled with reusable bags, all of which I never use. I keep thinking about the exhibit of the Chinese woman who saved over 10,000 objects because she couldn't throw anything away during her lifetime. And that is definitely motivating me to get rid of things like these boxes that I've stored. These are like from Costco, I think, when you buy your groceries, and I just save all of them because they're all different shapes and sizes, and I think, oh, what if I need to use them for something? Well, these are going in the dumpster today. Realizing that clutter is like a snowball in a cartoon. It starts out small, but then it just keeps growing and growing and growing. You can see here I have a box or a crate that's just filled with tissue paper and packaging materials for God knows what reason. I don't know what I intend to do with this. I sometimes do reuse the tissue paper, but these days I mostly give people gift cards, so I really don't even need tissue paper. And it's also kind of like with money, where with money you're either kind of in a saving mentality or you're in a spending mentality, and it kind of just snowballs. So I'm realizing that now is time to get into the mentality of actually just not accumulating junk, and then I don't have to deal with it on the back end like now, when it's just filling up my house, filling up my shed, filling up my car. It's time to start clearing it all out. Well, this is pretty exciting. I just found my Tony Robbins original personal power CD tape series. I remember really loving this audio cassette series. And I also have my Deepak Chopra Journey to the Boundless audio cassettes. And I found my tiny little Sony cassette player that still has one of my personal power cassettes in it. So I don't even know whether these cassettes even work or whether they melted along the way, but it is actually a really good series. I think it's from the 80s. I have a lot of supplies for gardening, which I'm not going to buy any more plants. I'm not sure why I'm keeping all of these pots. And I also have a whole bunch of bags of soil, which again, I'm not planning on getting any more plants, so I'm not sure if I should keep all of this extra potting soil. And I found this Tupperware filled with old spices and some kind of like, I don't know, medicinal things that I used to take before going carnivore. I don't bake anymore, I don't use spices, and I don't take any of these weird little tinctures other than Lugol's iodine, so probably just end up dumping all of this stuff. And I think this is a pretty good stopping point for today. Still looks like quite a bit of a mess, but at least I'm able to get into the shed now. And I did dump a whole bunch of boxes and just junky cardboard stuff today. So the next phase will be actually diving into some of the decision making on all of these extra items. I know I've got a bunch of clothes and some journals and things in these Tupperwares. I think there's some bedding materials, some more wellness, physical therapy devices. So I'm gonna have to kind of go through each thing and figure out what I want to keep and what I want to toss. And I just locked up the shed. It's kind of funny that it has a lock on it because really there's nothing in there that anybody would want, including me. It's appropriate that today I drew the card I Forgive Myself from my Power Thought card deck. It says, as I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I am free to love myself. And this card was particularly appropriate today because as I started to clean out my shed, I was feeling some guilt coming up for all of the waste and all of the money I've spent and all of the junk that I've accumulated that is now potentially going to go into the landfill.